ɛwɔ High Life Radio na yɛntwitwi sika sɛm ho yɛn nkɔmmɔ. What question will be added by a bit while you answer you see idea what happen ya boy yo said the mekano and that's you be so crowd the mouth ebema yini aba mame kunadu aboy with personal growth bema yini makakra na ye dia share ho kra na fe ye dia start ti mame manenko
medamase yewra bosome fofrom na ene bibi kakra mene mo beche no mia ya to ne din balance ye ka balance ne say wa de mienu na party A party B with the equal attention equal energy ama ebia ya brabo mo no ye wo ebi mo aye ko school ebi mo omo ye adwuma ebi wo abusua. We have a lot of things that we need to give equal attention to. Wom say financial studies. Ɛwɔ yɛ sikasɛm ho sɛ de ebesi etimi de bi asie to grow well when it comes to our finances. Nanso ɛwɔ sɛ yɛhwɛ yɛapɔmuden so yie. Yɛapɔmuden so ho hia. Ebi mu wɔ hɔ a wɔbɛka sɛ oh, I'm saving, I'm investing. Meanwhile, na ne health nso so ato kyema. Ebi mu nso wɔ hɔ a for them to look good, for them to smell well, ɔmo adwene nkɔ hɔ. But ɛwɔ sɛ wohu sɛ wohwɛ wo sikasɛm so ho no, wankasa wo nipadua no nso so no, ɛho hia. Nti energy na wode bɛhyɛ w'adwuma, wo sikasɛm no, fa the same energy ɛkɔ wankasa wo ho, w'abusua ho, and any other thing. Even kwa sɛ yɛhwɛ a, we are all advised to take a balanced diet. Nti ade a yɛfrɛ ne balance no, ɛho hia. Ɛwɔ yɛ abrabɔ afam bia, biribi a yɛbɛyɛ bia, balance is essential. Nti wei ni asɛm kakra a mene mo bɛkyɛɛ no ɛnɛ. Medamase.
say you make sure say you balance your nneɛma nyinaa adeɛ kora say emum say yɛ fan na de ma ini say stingy bebree say etimi tutu your nneɛma yie. Balance is something that is very very good, you know. Or try say your finances yie na health is not good at but the way to hit you out there crowd to look for the money to be able to help you with your finances. So you're making sure say your health in here and your health from balance it. You make sure say thank you so much, Mane, for in next week next week's exhibition wa boy yo and then therefore the topic no said the no or baby kakrat said the mekano and the topic no be send a coin before so ebisi improve and how to make sure how to achieve financial security, how to achieve financial security, and then you become financial security. Financial security, a BB here in life. Moment time can I share my screen with her. Financial security, here pa a BB in here, your brabo, Sabitiama, Isikasem, and Yaman Sia Kosuyi. You know. About 5 nneɛma bi a ebetumi aboa yɛn ama yɛtumi achieve financial security. 5 nneɛma ɛna ɛnɛ yɛbɛhwɛ ne yɛaka ho asɛm. But before no a yɛbɛhwɛ ne yɛaka saa 5 nneɛma no ase no, yɛnhwɛ sɛnea nneɛma si tie. Financial security anaasɛ sɛ yɛba yɛkoto kasɛm a yɛbɛka no sɛ yɛsikasɛm ho asomdwie. Yɛsikasɛm ho asomdwie, kasa yɛsikasɛm ho asomdwie koraa ɛyɛ biribi bi a obiara hwehwɛ bi. Yɛn nyinaa obiara pɛ financial asomdwie anaasɛ financial security. But who say idea who so adi ma nipa bebree. In fact so wohwɛ mu koraa na wɔ America no koraa deɛ financial your friends say stress ne deɛ ɛyɛ more ɛhwɛ nneɛma bebree kɔ so stress ne ade bebree a ɛyɛ financial stress ɛna anaasɛ sika ho nneɛma ɛna ma ɛho ɛma yɛtɔ stress bebree. Wohwɛ koraa mu 40% deɛ every day biara no sɛ yɛdwen sikasɛm ho a no kyerɛ sɛ yɛdaeɛ na sika no na 34% deɛ yɛnna koraa we lose sleep over when it comes to finance. Nti no sɛ go to BBC a ɛnyɛ wo nko a nipa bebree go through but ɛbɛyɛ dɛn yɛtumi afiri because ɛyɛ biribi bi a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛtumi firi mu ɛni sɛ yɛbɛtena wiase na biribiara ayɛ sikasɛm ayɛ stress ɛma yɛn ɛna yɛ adeɛ bi yɛbɛtumi achieve depend on yɛ situation sɛ yɛsi tie ne kwan yɛbɛfa so a yɛbɛsi ayɛ yɛ nneɛma ɛti no ɛno ho asɛm na ɛnɛ yɛba bɛka ɛti ɛwɔ sɛ yɛ make sure sɛ yɛde nneɛma atotɔ yie yɛde nneɛma atotɔ yie nti financial stress financial stability anaasɛ financial security no ɛyɛ biribi bi a yɛnyɛ wɔ sɛ yɛnya bi na financial security koraa no ɛne sɛn financial security ɛyɛ biribi bi a ɛkyerɛ sɛ yɛwɔ financial security anaasɛ yɛduru point bi a that point no yɛtumi asɛ yɛayɛ stable ɛwɔ yɛ sikasɛm mu yɛ payment ne biribi yɛtumi yɛ payment ne saa nneɛma mɛka yɛ monthly payment ne ade yɛtumi tua ne yie yɛfa sɛ yɛ groceries saa nneɛma no nyinaa yɛtua na yɛtumi so ɛhwɛ yɛ daakye mu yɛnyɛ sika yɛtumi invest wɔ retirement anaasɛ in a future na yɛtumi nya bi so ɛto bank ama sɛ bi sɛ yɛnom so atwa wɔn pɛ yɛwɔ emergency funds wɔ hɔ nti asɛ sikasɛm nyinaa atotɔ yɛ biribiara is on course biribiara ɛkɔ so kama when it comes to sika mu a ɛno ne financial security nti no wɔ bi koraa no a ɛma woyɛ confident ɛma woyɛ biribiara nneɛma change because wonim sɛ sɛ biribi si na sika wɔ w'akyi a I'm talking financially financial nneɛma bi ɛba emergency ba na sika wɔ w'akyi a woyɛ nneɛma biara woyɛ no with boldness wɔ confidence a wotumi sɛ baabi a wokɔ no wonim sɛ wokɔ yie because anytime there's unexpected thing biara happen no wɔ hɔ no ɛnyɛ no nkopo wotumi ɛto ama ne boro so kɔ family hɔ sɛ obi a loved ones anaa biribi saa koraa wotumi sɛ ɔmaduru point bi a ebi wɔ hospital anaa biribi bi a wotumi yi sika anaa wotumi de boa no na saa point na woduru a wohu sɛ financial security no asɛ wɔ bi nti na ɛnyɛ biribi bi a we hope for biribi bi a wɔ sɛ yɛkɔ out there ne yɛtumi kɔhwɛ ne ɛkɔgye na ɛho hia paa nti deɛ nti na financial security ɛyɛ biribi bi a ɛho hia paa wɔ yɛabrabɔ ɛho hia because sɛdeɛ na meka no prepare yɛn ɛbi wɔ koraa no a yɛnim sɛ nnipa bebree hɔ nom a sɛ yɛ prepare for financial security no koraa no asɛ yɛ joke ma ɔmo because we say hand to mouth wokyerɛ no ɛnna yɛkɔ so wɔ yɛ life mu na watumi aka sɛ yɛbɛnya sika de bi ato hɔ no bɛyɛ biribi bi a yɛbɛtumi achieve ɛno na yɛbɛyɛ ho adwuma yɛbɛtumi achieve ama no aboro so koraa ama no akɔ more than that ama yɛtumi abuilde yɛ friends yɛabuilde biribi for yɛ friends yɛ family ɛkɔ so yɛchange yɛ family tree nti financial security ɛho hia because ɛyɛ free paycheck to paycheck mu I understand say yɛmu bebree hɔ nom a as I'm talking nipa bebree hɔ nom yɛhwɛ mu koraa na woyi nipa 10 bi a 6 yɛ live paycheck to paycheck na ɛdɛ na waka sɛ financial security na ɛho hia because when you try a yɛ free mu sisi yɛ adeɛ baako a ɛyɛ ɛyi kakra ho te kakra ne sɛ especially yɛ wɔ America sisi yɛ sɛ biribi to yɛn emergency bi asi wode mfa sɛ yɛde car nam koraa na yɛ tie 4 ne nyinaa pae $400 a woyi nipa 10 a ɛmu 4 ɛni $400 either sɛ wɔ sɛ ɔmokɔ free sika no ɛde to credit card so na sɛ ɔkɔbɔ bosia ɛnyɛm na meka steady na ɛkyerɛ sɛ woyi nipa 10 biara for emergency situation a we have to go borrow $400 ɛso no wohwɛ sika a yɛgye anaa sika yɛde bɛfie a na wotumi sɛ ne sɛ yɛwɔ saa situation ba yɛmu bebree wɔ saa situation no sɛ even koraa no sɛ that's $1,000 deɛ a yɛmu 6 deɛ woyi 10 bi a 6 any $1,000 sɛ da hɔ either sɛ wɔ sɛ yɛkɔgye ka anaasɛ yɛde yɛ credit card tia but sɛ wonya financial security a ɛyi free saa nneɛma no nyinaa that means you have gone beyond that adeɛ baako a ɛma ho hia koraa no sɛ emergencies wɔ hɔ all the time in our lives ɛyɛ emergency nti yɛfrɛ no emergencies no biribi a unexpected a yɛdwe ho bɛtumi asi yɛ life mu nti yɛntumi ntena hɔ sɛ yɛn prepare for that but when you're in financial security that means that you've already passed that stage what prepare ɛkɔ so more than that nti yɛho hia sɛ wɔsi yɛtumi nya financial security biribi bi ɛho hia paa because yɛtumi tue yɛ mortgage ma yɛho tɔ yɛ tue yɛ rent ma yɛho tɔ yɛ groceries biribi sɛ na meka earlier on no yɛnhwɛ nkyɛ biara yɛnim de si yɛ pandemic ne ade yɛkora yɛwɔ different countries even government koraa boa yɛ no koraa yɛhu nneɛma a hyia na ɛwɔ mu ne ahokyerɛ na ɛwɔ mu that is still amanfo ho kyerɛ na mpɛ ɔmo a government antumi amoa ɔmo it's biribi a it doesn't matter where you live where you stay wherever wohia financial security change wo nneɛma change wo biribiara yɛ nyinaa obi ahia financial security sɛ bɛtumi aboa yɛ na yɛnim sɛ global pandemic, maybe happen all the time. But now was our situation now with different spirit, with different BBA, never changing. Things I was reading about this pandemic, we share no more they made a whilst we are not working, na making more money because some of the money to yi ama nneɛma ɛkɔ so. Te sɛ deɛ meka ɛnyɛ biribi we just hope for ɛyɛ biribi a wobɛtumi achieve bi. Ne nyinaa ne sɛ wode wo nneɛma bɛtoto yie. Wode wo nneɛma bɛtoto yie. Obviously, financial security and financial stability. What is the difference? Because it is a baby amount for can a BBS change using if I say financial security said the Americans can want some my fan say financial stability so yeah say sika ho ahoto so sika ho ahoto ne sika ho asomdwe na te say BBA issue so we share financial stability e BBA so unya side na so was our point na a point be a drew whereby say utimi tua say make utimi tua wo dan ka utimi tua wo niam utimi totɔ wo monthly expenses okay ho nkyere wo nyɛ sɛ wo struggle na etua saa niam no wo de niam toto bibi ekoso na mum wo stability na just a stable that side and ɛma wo nkɔ to the future say we discuss to hɔ no share the difference between that now is security ne deɛ ɛde wakɔ more than say wo tua niam. I say if I say stability is living for the present right now, be to yi nema to yi emomutimi kose emergency fund emergency siswa utimi etuto nema yi because what hwe wachi na uni future for financially we fund nema to for future. That's the difference, stability and the security no. But security need more than you be more stable and going beyond the stableness would nema so tool for your future. That's the difference. The point I was is security because in the stability no by the future no a be neglect especially community future it your 5 ways to be able to achieve financial security and then you be focus on 5 ways you be focus on to achieve financial security no one say when I was say case your credit card bye case your credit card bye-bye. I remember I was listening to interview about Mike Cuban. Now, or can we say we use a credit card. You don't want to be rich. When you're backslash be brave, but what say, and you say credit card and yet. First of all, if you are using a credit card, you should know exactly what you're doing. Say we need the yet now we use. That's where it goes against you. I didn't hear because you must be drawn ma you be more financial stability, more financial security, but use credit card. Why? Because also in your reward points. Reward necessarily money na be at an back so use credit card. But if you be senior city, see the credit card companies they have the best of the best. If you almost say rewards points no, they know what they are doing, exactly what they are doing. It many what being said, people know kasa kaisa mini about could be a tan can be say on because of the credit card banana or no one echo ticket on ticket because of the rewards now to sudden which is fine, good. But this is how the situation is. Reward points you see we use $1 on your reward points. Then we use more money. And the steady stress the more would you reward points in here so you spend more on a credit card because also reward because you want to get that rewards and to say they can get the best of the best you're very smart almost say be for free. There's nothing free. You are paying for it. You pay some way or the other and that's because you want to get that mark reward. That is number one. And first of all, am I shopping more? Am I really am I that means we're living beyond or above our means. And I am planning say was here because we want to hit that reward. right? And it's good for them. What it is I think say but we are talking about credit card. I mean, you teach them about how it me force so Emma use to a point B now of the na untimi entua ne nyinaa na afei no that's when the interest necessarily money in nature. Study says 65% of people that use credit cards don't pay it off, or in the credit cards interest charges also. The more we use now it doesn't make sense. I was just checking about a 7,000 balance on a credit card. So we'll check here now 150 a month, which is around the same thing with the percentage. It's going to take you about 9 years or so to pay off that money. At that time, that interest I would pay also 8,000. It makes sense. You use 7,000. 9 years, if I'm going with a steady to say the same thing, now may you suit that, this is where they get you. Now we use to one day now because you'll be able to see when they say all these things happen not because of the math, the behavior, it is a part of you, a part of you. So in the we say ujaya is so tough, say ubi teenager. I idea a be part of you, nija a be habitat, nija that it's not treat BB na ama as a use continuously na the atusa situation. One, the rewards na ekunye na the me use nyama bibra ehu hia se wosi use na abeka be mental thing about us just say the bia wosi your debit card can do the same thing at all these things if me to hotel your friends say bit book for hotel if me to ticket any of those things any either because of the pay na wo credit cards in may use credit cards and say they make my Cuban no can be say if you don't want to be wealthy do not use your friends say use credit card say me can when you hit be brief for it but no just say what it is a behavior or no was talking about more of the behavior aspects no we use to be a part of you. And I think that all bills to chia said the American say 150 every month for 9 years. If you are investing that money for yourself in that with that interest now also they come on that interest in be and on top of it who say invested into Nubinia the be triple of what I was at the moment. You're not just paying them interest, you're also losing interest. Yet they say the compounding interest that what those things would lose. So credit card is one of them. These days, no more I so many buy now pay later. So many things are see a two piece at $20 when see to credit cards. So why? Because about a part of us, about a habit, and to be able to get financial security. These are some of the things that also you through life. I said, you say, but you have to really know what you're doing when you're using those things now, because we use they will catch you somewhere. So you have to be very, very sure of what you're doing. Maybe point and say if it's not BBB, a bit, and I say BBB as a trapper. Why do you stay in there? If when you be especially you try to crack across a build the baby, you don't want to be part of you because this be a part of you I do the other direction. Personal finance is 80% behavior, 20% head knowledge. The math will be the math because in the math I came from a new position because if you the math I say if you understand it, but your position will because of our behavior and the idea drawn. So credit card, you have to kiss it goodbye. That is number one, to be able to get financial security. Credit card should be BBB, a free honor. Year free hormone boy am I me and move on. Number two, building up emergency fund. Said they can be just adding cross it the and I say day to day, the adding a very tough. I don't think I see emergency fund across but what it is if you really want to build financial security, you really need that a part of the process to be able to build financial security. So when you share that whole day, and yet you don't want to be part of the four. If I say 4 out of every 10 that emergency happen, how many people you don't want to be part of it. You want to go above it, and if you want to build financial security, you cannot stay there and discuss me. Making sure say one, year credit card flow at the same time was here building financial stability. So the American financial stability is whereby what build it to a point say at least or emergency or at least you need that before you can move on to the financial security. To the OBSA at this point, better met me build it financial emergency fund because even I'm struggling. Say me treat you paycheck to paycheck and those things. So made them to me about those things. It all start from I will say start free baby. It started free baby. Untimi M50 prepare say what be a at home. But CBB and Hosana, because most of us know we come from a position whereby say the entire it was our stress minus the entire level paycheck to paycheck and say you will payment be brave. So if you don't have emergency fund, car problem kakra bi busa saa bɛyɛ financial problem me tire pae ɛwɔ sɛ metɔ tire hyɛ mu anaa me mɔfla te ɛwɔ sɛ meyɛ mɔfla yie me bi I'm part of that 4% and for your friends saying 4 people out of 10 we don't have emergency fund. What do? I was saying me borrow now no we have a car problem and money problem. Bibia we say anyway and then money problem and say well kwaku borrow na yes the interest and then yama ekeka ho ma ho. Now no I pay so much said they make an 34% of the population US we live sleep when it comes to money issues, and this is how I started. Small things that I started situation neighbor. Yeah. He said that would be Fred. I'm sure any and call Fred. Say me be Fred and then. Okay. Yo. What question will be between the chat box between me and also while between a friend numbers be on me between help with that. Be any question be finance and the can help you with that. So it's a situation whereby we all need emergency fund where between we don't want to be in a situation where your issue then it becomes that issue and the money problems, the stress, the worry, and all that. No, it's not worth it. I know, so they make you move with that situation. But these things, it's not something that you just hope or wish. So what's now? So you have to go out there and make sure you put things together and get yourself out of every situation that will paycheck to paycheck through this point. It's emergency fund ABB number one in here. Okay, send a meeting. I start to say be a meeting emergency fund abra minibi and I say abra. We live on paycheck to paycheck. You see, when it comes to all these things that we are seeing, usually most of the time, these are people that make a lot of money. And yes, but because you are not managing our money well, because we are not living on a budget, because we are not doing so many things we have to do financially, and you drew that point now. So if you are in this situation, this is how you're gonna start it. First you'll be to me $1,000 and your deductible. And I'm talking of your deductible, your car insurance. If your deductible is 1,000, that means you need 2,000 to start off with. If it's 500, which most people are 500, we need 1,005. And nobody will start an emergency fund. Now they are too baby. And you match by catches small things, small emergency. By a life, which is an example, let me make it say a tire pie that and 1,005 between a catch those things now. Or to say in France, when you accident now deductible 500 or 1,005 saved up for emergencies. At least that one can take the care of the 500 and I'll still want more. So yes, I come back and fill it before you start doing anything again. So that is number one. The first thing I start to see everything I know. A day 1,000 and plus our emergency fund. And the best start. How do I do it? Because this is where we get serious, we get creative. It right garage to say it will be broken. You will never be broken. Use and never be broken. In this situation, the first thing we do is say we have telling staff. Yes, we see a tone yama here. I mean, I say Yama here be brave. If we here by it just say, yeah, a good by you, nneɛma yɛbɛtumi atontɔn saa nneɛma no nyinaa to raise up something. You raise bibi kakra, you raise na say timi dia start see the build it. I can guarantee say mu bebre on ma it was so many things a yɛbɛtumi atɔn a yɛbɛtumi ama iska. These days yɛbɛtumi akɔ Facebook and your friends say nneɛma bebree so many places a yɛbɛtumi atɔn those things. So that's the first thing I be starting. Now you make sure say once you're free, you know, you treat your kana be say free no. Now you tax this yes, the next thing, third one, they attack our debt. We say attack your debt. Attack debt. We have every payment on this planet. Every payment on this planet. Okay, you know about patience. Or say, say it is very advisable. It's very advisable to save a lot of your income in an emergency fund or savings account while you make part payment of your outstanding bills, a credit card balance. Some of can impact, you know, it's a mechano. Me liability or we can cry. Sister such as say a very advisable see will be with now you make a payment. I don't know how or can say be a payment. Said the mechano. My strategy is say we pay at least your deductible not $1,000, which is 1,500. If you don't know dream more than that, that is fine. But in answer also you why? Because triaka na say bibi any one emergency BCA as I fall back into the you know as I share debt in the movie. It bibi kakra bi at least they catch the small things. No. And I also believe say what the kakra bi sa to which is not much and mum a count. Most as a Libiano also having out me making sure say more at all. And I did about Quaben we say steady HSA say if you are doing so many things you don't finish. I think if you are car me my credit card, me we at the same time. And money hard so be we in them because $200 I'm a chima money per 4. We 50. But when you're paying off data, you need some quick win because continuously for 8 years. So we have strategies carefree. These are some of the strategies. You have avalanche. Now we have the snowball. The avalanche plan whereby you take the highest interest rate and what debt so. It's a credit card maybe interest rate back 30. Now by 30%. Now a year be 5,000. That's another credit card maybe $1,000. Now interest rate no a year infant say be 22%. The avalanche not just or say the highest difference interest, which means I was started free 10,000. And there's another one, also for instance, there's snowball. The snowball, so you're paying the smallest without, regardless, you don't care about the interest rate. Pay the smallest amount first. It will stay where you know your friends say with debt, starting from the small all the way to the largest. Into tier the small one first. Now, what they call what we've noticed, they say, you good, but the debt snowball is very effective. Why? Because when you are doing stuff like this, it doesn't matter whether you have, you know, PhD in psychology or whatever. You need some quick wins. When you have quick wins now motivate you because we cannot continuously sana and boo up them. It will start with a small one. Now, example say me of $500 debt. That's the interest rate, no. In fact, say 5%. Now me $1,000. Now interest rate, no, 10%. I still start with a small one. Why? Because some more small one, in fact, me will bear 300 extra meeting media to within 2 months, no, me 500 na we am a year no flow. Now me that effort no, from the 500 no, I become the 1,001 no, no. It will say instead of 300 now, I was me attack the next deck no, next debt no. the dynamic between 500 no, any plus the debt number between bonum and be 400. Now me they attack the next one into 2 months me 500 because of that in the next couple of months no me 1,000 is where we it's more effective. But the other one, which is the avalanche, I don't master free the 1,000 no first no. It means 2 months me back where we be taking me 4 months and some me the bigger one every and some about the small one, another smaller one. And this snowball no, a very, very effective strategy. Call Patrik Barfi YouTube channel, Patrik Barfi. Just my name Barfi, YouTuber. But yet, how to pay off your debt. The fastest way, which is the snowball. We go in details, in depth, one after the other. In now, Patrik Barfi. YouTube Patrik Barfi who saa nneɛma no nyinaa hɔ sister patience yɛda ase bebree a good sɛ wobɛwɔ biribi da w'akyi because you don't want to go back. You do not want to go back. You bebree hɔ noma you will fall back into debt because you need emergency, you need biribi wɔ hɔ no. And there was another study crowd which was talking about I think one guy he was helping people to get out of debt. On the beginning, I know I just say unyana for sika nyinaa kora kɔtua debt. But what they realize it after a while, we share panel needing so because I fall back into debt. We need to be our good. Say yeah, we will be on or emergency be on. By that emergency should be you'll be on your heels. Emma when you're so comfortable. Emma when you feel so comfortable. Name it me treat said you can out me this in every one that point now, then we'll go 3 to 6 months of emergency, depending on your situation. So the debt snowball is very, very effective. So they make an obelisk with debt all the way, except your house, all the debt are winning. Your car, auto loan, your student loan, your friends saying everything. Those things in our listed from the smallest all the way to the largest. If you pay the minimum wage, minimum your friends amount now in the house, not the smallest one. Now we're attacking with more. The other better son. So the first thing you start to obey budget on where you stand. Because in the we spend so much because we don't know what is going on. We are not in control of our money. But at least you need something to show the incomings and the outgoings. That will let you know where you stand now. And most of the time, people that start doing that, trying to find out, oh, this is a bum, the air out no. When say never be broken and we hear saying come better. Into all of a sudden, will be an second son. Or start to say, pay attention to that. No. When all of a sudden when you're buffer kakra. And here can I say usually when you start doing a budget, the first month now. We increase your income, and so when you raise different. Now you're paying attention the things you are buying. All of a sudden, now some spend 1,000. Now I'm say 200 because I'm spending the here. Now between the attack with debt. That is how you started. Say you'll be open in term crown up say more now with all these budgets now. When you're at the same time, also increase your income by maybe save over time also yeah we dream and I say obey your side gig be between the big crab brower. Now so that a fasting a friend say a money in term. Usually people that use this snowball on average, within 24 months, it doesn't matter the size of the canal, between a year flow. Nina say why serious officer utimi yes no much cry be about 3 years mission because at this point stop everything. You got your emergency fund be investing then you focus on that within 3 years no way because in we invest around 5% 2% near there. But when you're done with this now we need no debt nothing now you can invest more 15%. You won't lose much if we pay 15%. I understand sometimes we say, if you can invest retirement, match money now. That is good, but so to me, I close those gaps now because you need those income to make sure so be clear side in the flow, to make clear in the flow no more. another option. We will also enjoy that is fine. But see if you want to multimedia. Now we instead of 5% added to on now no. Imagine you have no debt. You make about 60,000, 80,000. Now we need debt biana. Now you can invest about 15-20% of your income. It will be catch up quick. So that is another way of it. It from the smallest all the way to the biggest. I know some people focus on the other one focus more on avalanche because of the interest rate. But if you are paying it for 5 years, 6 years, if you say you stay in debt to that time now, then I think that side no be. But we system the use the be actually was 3 years it's me free. Now if 3 years was free, you won't pay much on the interest rate. We don't focus on the interest rate, but we focus on the smallest all the way to the largest. So that is number 3. So we attack your debt. Attack your debt. Now when you debt, you make sure say you attack it because say I can we know it be debt can be $200, $300. If you send your debt on fan account, no, every debt we're listening now we're making sure say we're knocking it down one after the other. I'll say it again, say share all these things now, because the math problem, the behavior situation be financial, a behavior and a dear drama. Number 4, you have to live on less than what you make. This is whereby we're trying to catch up with the Joneses. I don't know if we are in here. The movie we don't live on less than what we make because we tend to look at what people are doing. We tend to not have our own goals, to follow our own goals. If you create your own goals, your goals are also here follow, but we're trying to follow people's goals. When we are the beyond we are near my bro, so and I said near my it was sometimes when you can afford with me. But I say can you be out to me, that's what me at on the was auto. Because sometimes it bit me financially, bit me a cripple. When at this point, a BBB issue more, you're trying to make sure say you believe on your 4 walls. The 4 walls are the things that we all need. Those are the needs. If you want to live on less than you make, you have to make sure you have to let the wants go. See, most of us we live on wants than the needs. The needs are the 4 walls. The 4 walls, no, a one. Or senior BBD. You hear food. Or senior BBD tito. You hear shelter. Na BBD tito so you make sure say and nneɛma na ɛwɔ hɔ no ɛyɛ adwuma to say electricity, water, need those things no. And the 4th one here transportation. There's a 5th one which in yet repair clothing. But no say situation be more opposite to can say you be declared there back be okay to say never be stabilize. These are the 4 walls. If you focus on this, you always be living on less than what you make. Because that means that pay attention. Those are the things you need. One of them, one of them cry no and one I say and the year the way I would tear cry no different because because you need those things. As I dream, I just say I dream cry no dream because also nya baby da there was nya baby and I would say transportation so yeah. But these 4 ones now one she a baby a bit and they will baby basa. One adding one, we can buy a house because we need a place to stay. We can buy too much of a house. Too much of a house because in be Toby. Oh, what a big house. We focus too much on the big house. Yeah, big house now. Now if you want payment no cry too much. And besides that, you share the number of family be a war. You will be in a 5-6 bedroom house. Big one, sometimes if you can afford it, fine. Yes, but you won't reach that level. Now payment is too much. And that there's a big house, side in the crown. Those to be because there's no baby HSA. You can't move up in houses. obetumi atɔ deɛ ɔho bɛso. A year 2 or 3 onsɛm yɛ anaasɛ income increase that time wotumi anya equity kakra wɔ dan so a wotumi tɔn no move up. There's nothing you would yɛ acted to say sɛ yɛtɔ dan anaasɛ yɛ forever house. Women I can say there's no forever house because onsɛm tutu yɛ a ebi baabi a ate no nipa bebree mu sɛ tutu yɛ a na so income cost ra move baabi a ɔmote no bebree move. You be at the majority of people move free saa. And the same thing in a house. So home so ya men ko todie too much untimi ntua. Esa na wow the bed and eba also. Edani si also bonsa wo ye adwuma tua sa na wa kra no untimi ekra nem. So you make sure say you start free that 4 walls na bibi ehia no the meat no. Ho na kra no timi buye. Ti bi ye ho free mu. To die ho beso. Na emibro no ma you make sure say tua at least your first time utua yana a heart will be to too much of down payment. But a credit will be at least as much as you can when you have 5% or more. Yana year. Because when you have 5% or more, the interest difference the contract no. And most of them the markets near the conventional loans no contract yana work a chain. The FHA is near them, which is 3% in those things no. It's not a little bit more here. But when you crana say if it's in crana say at least work a crack in your bad, now they are started. Me and too much I intimate how they be house ABB or say a blessing. 120 year be a case amount. That is the first one less than what we make. Same kind say making here transportation. It necessarily say here say they will see at all Bentley. And I say they will see at all the most expensive car. Hence, here point 1 to B. I bet me A to B, a bit me the wakwaba. That is the first thing. But if you have the money to buy the nicest, go for it. Unko jubi abosia, unko jubi bibi, na bit me a tona home betowa, a wowsika go. But a momo go in debt to buy those things. No, I did back where Landy a Kamupa and I say, it take so much from us, car loans. Why? Because car goes down in value. And you can invest in. But we spend so much time investing in cars and fashion. One of the biggest things apart from your house repair a car. And fashion. And yet people are investing in a depreciating value. It doesn't appreciate. But we spend too much on cars. Yana outrageous, especially whereby say in this kind of cash a no na yɛde ɛkɔto kaso na yɛsɛ atwa interest also. I will say it again. Sika na wɔto adeɛ a wɔmfa nto kaso na wobɛtumi afford a buy it. But sɛ wɔkɔ akɔtɔ na wɔsɛ atwa interest also na asa depreciate no ɛnyɛ smart. But bebree wohwɛ steady ɛkyerɛ sɛ average American from 25 to 65 make a car payment. That means that you drive a car one yasadi two a credit so. Now you drive say for 5 years, 6 years. Theory na near 10 near Saji for all the way from time I started year 25 all the way to time I start you retire, which is 65. Imagine say 500 crown would cheer for that time. Now if you are investing 500 in you for your retirement, that means you're making about 5.5 million over. You make about over 5.5 million with a rate of 10%. We shouldn't focus too much. So the 4 walls, at the same time, this living on I will say it again. If you have the money, enjoy it. But if you are putting on a credit, on a loan, I will say share interest also. Now as I value as I forma, you make sure say a bedroom home you answer because esana ne kunye. The next one, these are the 4 walls. Say groceries. Most people know groceries. We are normal groceries, but in fact, pen and paper. If we spend so much, my point juma, my first store, my top groceries, my point juma, my first store, my top groceries. Ubisane say, send us spending on groceries. So, Becca just spending 800. What calculate it? Or money times one calculate here. We no spend it be about 3,000. In your mind, if you spend it, he pay. Because it's usually an old party and I want to 30, 40. Now, I say, say, is kakese. Until the weekend, maybe okokoye 100, 150, 200, office and non-qua, TB 4 times, week biano, or could be a 200, 4 times, office 800. The ref says, must stop you over my 40, 50. No, in that add up. No, and no cry more because every day I'll use 30, 40, 50 for 4, 5 days. No, 6 days. No, and no add up more than even the whole spend. No. But if we the pen the paper to almost those things in best at that is why a bit me amount raise no for not making about say you paying off your debt no. You pay attention. We know what is going out. Now this is what is going out. Now you know what to cut. Living on less than you make. Pay attention to the four walls. I will pay attention to the four walls now and know also a bit me. We did it once a while at a restaurant, you'll be fine. Right? But the beer with the abundant the beer you'll be broke. Every day beer you name him. Say give me lunch, breakfast, lunch, dinner, every day. What you want now the you'll be broke. No two ways. You'll be broke. You know, yes, ubitimi is animal now, but to the extreme no. And yeah, these are another 4 America in here. But I don't just say every day be see did you about and I say every day be you be the top of the top say who's gonna do idea who sika now free this animal when they yes enjoy but the movie doesn't work to say enjoy that near side there 2 plastic so enjoy near side there 2 plastic so near side sheer interest on top of that so enjoy but make sure say enjoy what yeah what pa see there was something about how people that are winning with money and I say momudi was coming they are dreaming the pay watching their dream say every day be I said your motor restaurant almost spend this come more no more yes and yes sanity cry momudi was coming because manages money momudi was coming because tonyama and chia interest also they stay away from those things. Omudi was because they don't buy too much of a house, they don't buy too much of a car, they spend wisely, they manage those resources wisely. It's not moving with money, but with self is all the people they spend anyhow they do all that. No, most people are very frugal when it comes to spending their money. It's number 4, you making sure say we live on less than we make. Before bit my son, it should be your own goal, and you will be dream, will be goals. Wakoto ne house be a son now tune. Now so and no so DH to the home bit me a son. I'm say we half mark now a be 8 o'clock. I be breaky na a bar near pick it up from here. Most a chairman that you try in free. Shatawale also downsized. Yo, sending yes, kind of in fact, when you're not in share in Myanmar or my joining in, Ubidoba, thank you for joining. Mwakon, ne Haga, na patience. Thank you all for joining. So ma Kaiwa Fachame. Na my joining na edamasi my joining and from contributions and to obit me a friend questions bibia so bibia obit me a friend na or question biswa in that obit me a discussing at say platform bibia you make it sure say if you're working so hard the money is coming but you can't manage it well share in yenye ho adwuma in sikasem yesua de na yafa bibi afrim. Yo, and the topic is financial security. How I me achieve financial security, and not the can want some. I'm saying now, you also you drew baby a point be a. It just say we have to live on less than make if you want to achieve financial security. You make sure say your credit card. You kissing it goodbye. You make sure say build the emergency fund. A strong one. A bit me a boy 3 to 6 months of emergency fund, and you make sure say you attack your debt, you reduce your debt as much as you can. You see, by far, most world building too, it doesn't matter since your income, your career, and it between their build the world. Say if you are giving that away, you have nothing to build worth. Tia career, any BB between your boy and yet build the world. Your payment be how we are here. That means you have catching a bit toy and semana each year. Sometimes we'll be kind of say, "Oh, church, mobile fees, I say, we'll make his case." No, and yes, sir, we make too much money, cry as a stone, too much payment. Most sky through the BR now, true. If you live on paycheck to paycheck, which is about the last time I checked, about 60% of the population live on paycheck to paycheck. 100%. The people that live on paycheck to paycheck make more than 100,000. Just so say a behavior be a say habit be a man for a pikia, I do my drew, and yet the money now the best, because they said you can if you can live on less than you make, not even crown say it's got a crab now the best, you can still survive because 30,000 I'm making, I'm living within the 30,000. Now at least which mean you pay 2,000 cross zero at the end, at least make me a zero baby. But so we make 100,000, 60,000, 80,000. I say, oh, spending in us, I spend it over, or no, in debt. It makes sure say, biggest world building tool, which is our income, you free up that income, for investing. That is whereby one of the things that is going to help us. Am I live on less than you make? No, if you live on less than you make up, living on paycheck to paycheck will be out because you're living within your means. Most paycheck to paycheck overdraft back in time or Tonyama scanning your name overdraft at $29.99, $35.99. That would be more. Even be at this point, we can't delay gratification. That's something about this generation. And Emma Epapamo, Emma Memo spend it over 10, 20, 15 years and make and yep, one day pay it making in we can't delay gratification, but at the same time, you see it in any market. See, we delay gratification, it may wow. Because I've seen something because with the idea I'm a pay you'll be dream or and me follow no. But my team said the money is not there. The end I met me may delay 4 or 5 years na met me into me yes the behind so many things bring me. It makes it harder for me to be able to do those things now. Yeah. So you make sure say you are living on less than you make it. Living on less than you make it make sense. But you make sure say we live in less than what we make. Make it more than what we make. Yes. Okay, you live on less than what we make. Be brain. Sorry, I'm saying you ready. Obi send me yo. The next step, it's me boy ama is to me achieve financial security, investing 15% of your income. So Oceana may can be said by say, if you focus on focus laser or one thing so it may achieve on quicker, especially when it comes to paying debt. When you have car loan and paying, it may be 500, maybe 50 account, 550. Me wo student loan me tua 500 na 500 me de 500 account na me de 50 account na 550 me obi bia me tua na no so me de kakra ka ho you who says o combine saa ni na instead of bia 150 or 50 ato ano o combine na one na de focus on one so a wie no a then na 500 na 150 na de ka ho no abia 650 na me de back the next one no na no me tua 500 me de no be come now all of a sudden no I had 1,000 your friend saying 150 into we say me attack bibi within a short time me wie no so na me say so per say faster change and nko so a with me pause investing. And yes, I know calm down say we are the percentage match and with the be American say you must scout so penal but what situations in absolute free untema and good with me giant no because so we invest more na emu be invest more go 5% 6% and go just the match no much but you free up that money now they come on and no we in term instead of that we are now we are going 15% instead of the 4% 5% 3% investing more until you catch up. Yes, within a short time no wow by free up more income. I'm also up back instead of 5% now investing. Now we invested 15%. And then young crowd because say we free up your payment be now you don't have anybody paying. Sometimes not to tell you can even do more than the 15%. But if you are in debt, you have to pay so many things. You have to pay so many things. We Yana untimi invest more or retirement. You can invest in your future a lot. Into yes, area. Remember your emergency fund, they are 200, right? You reduce your debt, whereby say now you free up our payments and also our honor. All right. These are the two things are a queen. It is our time, 15%. Other things are here. You're more, I bet me invest one. You invest more than 15. I bet me more. So it yes, to say woman yentema will be free up those things, you know. And also it may boa a quantum and now back na baby investing at this point, you know, invest 20%, 15%. You see, Adewakwe also say the security and the stability whereby say you're not investing in the future. When you invest in emergency fund, you can do normal stuff but we have to go beyond that to get the future. Your friend saying the security, financial security, and you have to achieve those things and the steps, and these are the steps now. These are the steps that me achieving those financial security. Now the point they say also now you invest 15%. Say even if what 30 now started this process, it take care of your debt to your car was settled in place that within 3 years. On average, people that go through this plan within 3 years, I say, if you're making 60,000, 60,000, I say, 60,000 cry, yeah, maybe some makers can be able to be free. And can say, even if you are making about 50%, 50,000, and now 40%, you can say 40,000 cry. So 40,000 now invested, your friends saying 15% of 40,000 now, it's about 6,135 a year. 6,135 a year. So if you put in 6,135 a year from 33 all the way to 567, I can guarantee you that you make more. You will make more money. By the time you retire, you retire a millionaire. Your next deck is going to be a million or more. Or 6,000 with a rate of 10%. With any be 8% per annum. retire, you will retire by maybe 800,000. 800,000, you get it. So me saying that maybe slow down on investing for about 3 years, take care of your debt. No, if you are still investing in that, fine, okay. But maybe it might take you 5 years. But so in term, I would do stability. Now move to security. Bet me a pause it for a short time. Who pause more than 3 years, I would say it's not advisable for that short period now. Now instead of now say we invested 5%, now we invested 15%. Say even with a 40,000 a year investing in 15%, no, that is like 6,000 a year, 6,000 a year, which is about 512 a month. And not bad. So a bi-week, which is about 60 a bi-week, which a doable bit me. I'm able to more because at that time we free up your you don't have a cap, you don't have maybe student loan, you don't have other payment around credit cards, payments in there. It's not in a way. At this point, you can even do more than the 15%, but at least also your 15%. Because where do I put all those things now? To be able to those things now. Usually, I know say amount for fee said a be different view for investing and I say with me invest I say escafo be different view invest and I be sa and I say even with the stock exchange you have escafo portion and there will be a here for a portion of when they invest said they say oh more money you can do more things. Hey, and the was our point now. Infants what me see who obey 500,000. What me take a risk akra, what me be at 250 B because we risk rent, it me could pay higher more be in within there 90 special be anyhow. And as all share most people are on my team on next deck and a net worth a hit million. We had the investment ya. And yet be a normal thing I be one. Most of them are hit million or investing with retirement, employee retirement sponsored, employee sponsored retirement fund, 403b, 401ks, and all those things. Now, no investing. And I say IRA in the Roth. Most people are not investing. You can start from there, from your job. Say, especially if your job pays match, would you the match at least when you cry not the match the 401k 403b the same 4k the private I say private we are for private companies and 403b the local government need those things and a 5-7 whatever I don't see a federal phone and the same thing the name can change. And I even say if you work for yourself, I also with my IRAs the same thing. So you start from there, invest 15% at least. And these things need a muscle also to me. Yeah, a boy. To me, a muscle, you have to build those muscles. To invest in Roth, invest in our friends saying 401ks, invest in 403bs. The be a option will be usually one more 401ks now. We invest in 401ks. Now companies in the blue mama started Roth 401ks. And also nearby the 401ks now the Roth parts now after tax money. The 401k a defer tax. You need both. You need both. As at 2024, 401k you can put as much as 23,000 if you are below 50 down. If you're 50 up, you can add extra 7,000. I said, 50 up for catch up contribution, ultimate 30. Below 50 and below will be 23,000. Roth 7,000 for 50 below and 50 up a year 8,000. Ultimately now Roth be a year. Say if you have so bit me or 23 as has any bad, but won't me cry now would you match for one king because who won the match now? Then why Roth be you need both. I bet me a wow. Because a time I will draw money no. Not meaning na fina baby pay tax. Most of them now will be me and so a chunk of them are bit me what you have tax already. It's good, but at least also how much. So these are the steps a bit me aboy ama yetimi aje financial security. A bit me aboy. Financial security is closer than you think. Bibia when it comes to a dream one man, I see who send forward that situation in with you di wiskemu nyama to 2 years na bisa if he says far from us, in Nancy be set up goals near start to see a hitting of 111. A bibia ubia bit me achieve. Can we say live in the richest nation that the world has ever produced, which is if you live in America and here. If your plan is not working, it doesn't mean say, if your finances are not going on well, it doesn't mean say the country is bad or the American dream is gone or you can do. Your plan and a issue. Your plan a issue. And a steady, gradual process a bit me if you have the right plan, it's going to get you there. There are so many plans out there. A bit me wow. If you go through the things that you can, because it will be almost struggle financially, not because of job, because of the income. Most people I talk to that are struggle financially, it had nothing to do with the income. It's the management of the money. Because we don't know what is coming in, what is going out. We are not in control of our money. But to be able to do well financially, you should be in control of your money. It doesn't matter how much you make. If you're not in control, you spend anyhow, you do stuff without a budget and all that, you will struggle financially. So if things are not working financially, remember, and yes, Kuruna say and I say Bibina say, and then Yahankwa, baby, I will be at their systems. I will honor with me a share. You knew about what my friend saying, friend of Bendako. Or you're very good in explaining those things. Say, look at the system you live in. The system. Na further system no fire juma. Especially we brought more Ghana near there. What take Ghana, but also use American system, also use UK system, also European system, and it's not Ghana. It doesn't work that way because the system no over there. And a bit me at na yama unyama koswama. It is a what baby na sa dena enyama nkosoma wa. And you be fought and I say, yeah, it's you also take control. If your life is in control of your own hands, was also the system. All right. Mean Sahara Desert, na me could do bro on when you say to look at the system around you and living. Your system no be bro a different from other places. To look at the system, say when to you financially, and you will be and I said try to look for the system. Look for share and for my yamana buho. Bibi will be a buan edition. Now also follow the same systems now and a bit me abua. So don't blame it on because in the every situation it will be fought. Too much taxes. Oh, the government say inka you Democrat power, inka Republican power, oh NDC power, MPP power, and we never power. That's one follow the systems when to me you see the things around you and to me and you will struggle financially. So use the things around you. Na share the system baby I want to share nyama e koso nyama obetimi di account the way ho ebeboa no and ebetimi improve. Yeah, very good in explaining all those things. Very, very good when it comes to financial literacy, and it goes beyond that. The way I will see your life is in your own hands, and our mindset, and it's a situation you know the bias in your you have to change your mindset about all those things too. And, if we can follow all these steps now, financial security will be part of us. If our financial security among if he say, I say, different from us, and I say, special people, special being and as with different mind, drink drink so there's no mind for any in their mind the same. In an say ubitimi a use here. Adeɛ baako a ɛboa yɛn adwene sɛ woyi so no yie a ɛbɛtumi aboa wo nti make sure sɛ say if really financial security here be a Dimitri and no might not be the system. They have well built and they have different ways of building wealth. But I believe that what I'm showing you might be the easiest, the fastest. It might not be fast and fastest but I think say it's the fastest because usually when you free up your income, and then the biggest part who free up your income, the masker wants them to you can do things quicker. That's the part I'm also issue man say be free up their income. Be free up their income because if you are freeing up your income, that means you have to pay off what debt you have to pay. Yeah. Lily, thanks for joining. Or question will be between there to chat, more contribution between there to chat, and also between a frame. So these are the systems that you between a use between a boy. One anti financial security as yankasa. It's financial security and financial stability between a boy and move from there. Yep. So these are the systems that it can help us be able to get financial security. Financial security if we go through the system. So we can end by going through so many things about there are so many things that goes on, especially in our community when it comes to finance and on even an American about how you use the system around you to build your finances. When it comes to insurance, and I say taking care of risk, your community and your crowd. When you're talking of risk, I'd say managing risk. I'm talking of managing insurance. Insurance. The whole idea about insurance is taking care of the things that we cannot. It's so expensive. If anything happen, I intimi. Even say, maybe auto insurance, and I be say intimi, intia. Say, maybe just a bit happen intimi. Mortgage insurance. If I say home insurance, those things. Say when you accident now, say come up with your pocket with that huge amount now. It has to be to me to try those things now. So these are some of the things that a bit to me. Why am I getting me taking care of? Those are the risks that we have to take care of. So we have so many risks that was getting me taking care of. Maybe I can say we have at least 9 or 8, depending on your age. Your friend is saying, you're also making sure say you are working on one, auto insurance. Bia was seeing auto insurance. The good thing about auto insurance is auto insurance here, BBBia, almost 50 states. It's compulsory. I don't know about the country you are. Said in your compulsory, I make sure so will be because when you start building wealth, now you don't have those things. And that's be happening. A chunk of money from you has to go out to pay those things now. It will be a good health insurance. And the client was say number one. You say with D24, D25, below 30, office and more than too much into near health insurance. Other countries like European countries near the ABBB as a universal, once you're in the system, you're covered. That's fine. America, you have to have it either through your job or through other means. Tuition be a try as much as can. So because we share most bankruptcies happen in the US health insurance related because average 30-year-old hospital for bare 5 days about 30,000. So imagine this money coming from your pocket. Our health insurance it be about 10% penalty will be here. So we have to make sure we have that. We need our health in hospital because you need that insurance. My intimate hospital. You be here and need their share. But we hear then so between their build the world. We hear then so between their dream, innovation is animal. We hear health, we hear peace of mind. The health insurance ABBBR, senior CTBR in our senior B. Rent and homeowners insurance. When it comes to homeowners insurance, most people that own homes at least have a mortgage. Or mortgage, I would mortgage, so I will be in home my own fat or the massa for some auto insurance. Most people homes, no, unless it's paid off, and yeah, you can do your own thing. But to that side, is mostly an cover. Rent insurance is the same. What people don't understand is rent insurance, no, it's a home owners, a bill fee apartment, the poor, it makes you said yeah, could be fee and also be number fee and crown or yeah, with me I own into here be rent insurance a very cheap $14 a month. Be the whole year no be about 200. Now apart from that crown, the stuff you have in the BBC, remember so what your apartment now to be fee and you insure the fee no and your belongings. On your rent would yeah, so insure your belongings near woman. I've had a couple of issues where people insure those things now. BBC, your macro apartment is your different apartment, and I said leakage at the bar. I sell money because they had it, they moved them to a hotel, and I almost had a top money now. So it's a channel. Apartment for the money insure my apartment, and I say house owner no insure, but near my woman is animal. So we all need rent or homeowners insurance, disability, both long and short. Most places are cheap. You make sure you especially you credit most of the time you might short term no. Long one you have to pay. Yeah, go on one year. They outside from your job. I am on the board. To do a juma to a juma go across $4 an hour, $15 a month. Yeah, because and also the and say baby happen. The difference that won't go back to disability after a while now. At least most of them you get 70%, 80% of your money back. Now and all that insurance. Now, if you're building wealth, not all these are not set in places. You know, not BBC. That means you have to dig back into your savings. But meanwhile, to you now bit me preventive from sad money now. It will be a community when it comes to disability and year from near before. So these are some of the things you have to put. If you're in a country, almost money look into it. I remember when I was researching about Germany and those things, they have so many fine things over there. I don't think say communities over there no more. I was looking into their almost 401k systems. It was very nice, Germany especially. But the government in the man retirement and all so because now Nigerians will be retired now will retire as a government now 1,000 now also investment be away into also the 1,000 bar. Do you know how much lives are between change your Ghana? And I said, do you know investment are between so these are health insurance, disability, long term, short term. Another one, long term care. Mostly people don't need any UD 60 and above. Here, a study say 62 kono. The possibility of you needing it is very high. We say Bibri, they say they make an retire Ghana, but be that short period not for that time. No, BBTMC. That's why I say insurance, you be taking care of it. Into be very expensive. Would 60 corner is so expensive into your friends with 60th birthday now a little bit cheaper. And we're putting in place time as soon as baby episode retire be any. So these are some of the things I was here to in place, especially we'll build the water, And the last one, life insurance. It will be broken ma. I think a year and a half ago, there were so many mortalities or a community. It is not most people, they were very young. Very, very young. No, they haven't put those systems in place. It was sad because these people are going to go through hell, going to go through so much in Korea. My parents say, we go through Sanya, but they are placed, things are betting put in place. Life insurance, a bit me a boam. Sena wuni hokrano, or bit me a year to say the old one. And we life insurance, are we here between 10 to 12 years of your income? All right, let me repeat 10 to 12 years of your income. So if you make 40,000, and if you make 50,000, you need between 500 to 600,000 life insurance. Life insurance, 500, what they are told. It's all making 100,000. You can be to 1.2 million life insurance. Why? Because as I was saying, the stock exchange average about 10%. Let's even if average 8%. Say if I bring home 50,000 every month, every year, and I'm the BBR, that's my invested 600,000 in the stock exchange, 8%. That means that even I'm not there, my dependent, the moment I will be or that will feed you be, you have to have a life insurance for them. That means when we invest the same amount, even though I'm not there, I'll make that same amount for them to be able to survive throughout those things until some medium 18. Go cry now, medium 18, that money is still there. This money can go on to change your friends and family tree. Until you need that. You will be bro and yes, I had a life insurance. The moment you just say, oh, beer or da no or da when you are 1 when you did 1 man baby and na untimi just when you baby na no be homeless no. If you have those we have life insurance. That amount no a bit me a bomb. Most people life insurance, so I mean believe it said they make an so me ba edi 21, 22 we in school no kwa. I don't believe say it was a man life insurance be it's usually no yeah. PBB are the match age free or no. You don't have to continue to pay for them because life insurance is not for you. When we're talking of life insurance, it's so sad we're talking of your death. Life insurance is not for you. It is for your dependent. The whole of insurance is to take care of risk. Life insurance is not for you. If you want to invest, between invest with different things. Matching to be our last time I'll feel between me school and I say or starting a bra with free hawk. Then they can take care of those things for you. The life insurance when you take care of those for you. Yes. They probably be yes, I don't know, which is bad. And then yan is sakra, a movie brohonum, ubu okrana, a movie brohonum, the parents about betan in chain. Betan in chain, be at the way an MSC con. Betting quite life insurance man. Hey, and Tokwa, Mitiasi na be life will be kume. I've seen so many times it is by here protection. And I say, when is BBC now ufrim krana taking care of you, and yet so cheap, sir. They also putting your mind in place, a be meeting you taking care when you are not there. And I say, almost saswa umbetimi assure hotel tama umria. So these are risks we have to manage. Risk I will say manage. A good thing we have that, especially we build the world, we try to build the world because you don't want a situation whereby anytime anything happens, you go back to your savings. I will dig into your savings. As a building world becomes so hard, and no say I'm talking to a lot of people. Some might be in countries that those things are effective. That is fine, but all baby those things are very effective. You take advantage of those things now. Take advantage and put those things in place. And I say the maybe our countries be all more different way almost here. Look into that. Let make sure say all those things. You have to use the system around you. System na a bit me aboa. And I was all share. Men shed you be the now try na and foul on and money makes systems now we use on you put yourself in all those things. These are some of the things the beer you can want some say here. Take managing risk especially who dependent will be omudawa life insurance. So these are 8 insurance the be American once more here a bit me aboa amoyewe. So the be American so we will be here sani money nebia. We help a bit me aboa amopu to do in place. Making sure say and mami fa bibi kakra ka ho. You say next week say be try na taxes. If we blow on almost said end of year no time also here. Especially if you are doing so good financially, your income wise. make sure that you take advantage of every income situation. You have to see a financial planner. Within the plan, the beginning of the year, the things you have to do to make sure you take the maximum advantage of, all these debt, your friends saying, deduction, Nema was whole answer, and Chema Yana and the answer. Because only financial planner can say, which we have at church or Nema was whole answer. All those things now, yes, one information. Work with a financial planner, office number, cell phone, WhatsApp, emails. Get in touch near more, especially people that are, that the debt are to their eyeball. Yama wiase anase yama se de bi eka nko na de bi emetua o se get it out so situation yenya the financial security. So get in touch. These are the information we have on here. Get in touch near more sani money be free because a hard the stress amount for go through when it comes to finances is so sad. So when you look at 30%, 34% sleepless nights, don't sleep because of financial stress. 40% thinking about money all the time. Throughout your friends saying every day we are thinking about money. Every day we are thinking about money. So it's about time we get out from those situations. It's about time we make sure we are out of those things now. In financial security in life. So I may even feed the risk. You manage risk. You manage risk. You manage risk. Manage risk. I'm saying time this year. But if you are going through so much, if you're in a situation where say financially things are not going well, like I said, get in touch. Near more information on here. Get in touch near more the free situation. Yeah. So you did and episode number here. But next week you'll have you bring your questions. Bring your comments. Now in Monday through Friday, if you always in a situation whereby say you are making a lot of money, but so at the end of the year, and say many could be kasa you're going through stuff, as a financial planner, the first thing that I have to know is how much you make and all that. Will make it on look at it, will make it say, okay, can in boom. Most of the people besides will make it say, yeah, to be honest, it was be 7,000 a month. Boom. So, okay, this year we'll make it 90,000. No, we making 90,000. Why? They've been making 90,000. No, we're making 90,000 because you're making 7,000 or 8,000 a year. When you multiply that month, when you multiply that by 12, no, no. Checking no making 90,000. But maybe it's kind of fire. All because they are not in control of their money. If you want to be in control, get in touch with us. Call us 202-590-1404. Our office number, first cell phone number 703-981-1910, or on our WhatsApp, text, email us. Because we're making 100,000. We're making it for the past 5 years, but we need $1 crowd. A behavior. You need help. So be able to I'm waiting me through that situation. So make sure, say, if you really, really, really want to be financial, want to make that financial security now, seek help. Give us a call, email us, and let's help you. So we end the episode, but before we go now, I would say, spend wisely, save intentionally, and give generously. Peace. Your boy Patrik Barfi. See you next week, same time.